Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Defenders of Eden Armies of Ashmore Vasapo figure from Ideas from Mars. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this is one awesome looking figure, just really great details and an awesome silhouette. I mean, it's a huge figure. Just definitely imposing. We'll get into that in the size comparisons, but other than that, like, they just really stocky, kind of solid looking figure, and it feels that way too, which is awesome. Just great stuff. I mean, it's a stegosaurus, and they really drove that home with the plates. I mean, you could tell even without those being there, but I do think that they did a very nice job in kind of working that into the armor and the anthropomorphic form, pardon me. But yeah, just really well done. And not only that, we get some great colors here. That base red is very, very nice, very deep, and that is heightened, I think, by the wash they have going on pretty much everywhere. So you can see it's kind of a dark wash that brings out all those little details in the sculpt. It really just kind of gives it this nice premium feel because it's everywhere, and it's not overdone. It's pretty much exactly where it needs to be. I think it's just beautiful. Beyond that, we get hues of blue and gray. You can see this nice metallic blue in all the armor. Here at the top, you can see it kind of varies a little bit, but not too much. And we get, kind of nice sculpt work here at the belt piece. And then we get the shades of gray coming here at the kind of tied ends of the armor. A little bit of a kind of matte blue here for the kind of the scale parts of the armor. And just little pops of orange to kind of bring stuff out. So yeah, really good stuff. And just beautiful sculpt, beautiful paint, just a lot of attention to detail here, and that's really just good stuff. I mean, they knew what they wanted. There's a very clear vision here, and I think that comes across beautifully. So yeah, just an awesome looking figure. We get a really solid overall group of accessories, so let's jump right in, starting with hands, and we do get some grips with a vertical hinge right out of the box. Then we get a pair of fists. All of these are fully painted, just like the rest of the figure, which is beautiful. And then finally a pair of kind of posed grasping hands. So again, beautiful work all around. Then we get his weapon. So we get this spear, which has some awesome details, really great sculpt here on the business end. And of course we see those colors coming back with the grays, blues, oranges. Just everything nicely done. We get some nice wood grain from, I guess, bone grain for the handle. I think that's supposed to be bone. Maybe it's supposed to be wood. Who knows? Those who designed it know. But then we get to the end, and we get another sharp point here. And these are removable, so I'm assuming that's for future ideas down the line or other accessories in the line being interchangeable, which I think is fantastic. And, yeah, so there's a spear. Then finally, we get a couple of shoulder armor pauldron type deals, and you can see they're painted all around. Once again, bring back that matte blue scaling with the dark wash, and punches of orange and metallic blue. And you can see there's pegs here, and those are to go in the back. However, they don't fit on with the armor, so I don't think they're supposed to go on there. I think you're supposed to be able to take this piece off, which you can. There's tabs here. So give it a completely different look. I haven't tried it. I don't think it really looked right, especially being a stegosaurus, but it is what it is, and it is an option. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are pretty nice, so let's break it down. Freestanding kicks, absolutely no issue getting this, especially with those nice wide feet and tight joints. So yeah, excellent work there. Then getting into the finer points, we do get a barbell joint from the neck into the head, and then a ball joint here at the base of the neck, which allows us to get that far up and bury the head all the way. We get some nice side-to-side rotation from both those joints, which is awesome. Get a hinge and swivel, pardon me, at the shoulders, allows us to get into a T. We do have a nice bicep swivel. We get single jointed elbows, which don't go too far. We're not even getting quite to 90. That's running into that sculpt. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrists, so both the grips come with vertical hinges and then horizontal otherwise. Then we get a ball joint at the diaphragm, I think it's a ball joint at the waist, it might be just a swivel, but no movement really. There is no crunch whatsoever. Catch my gloves here on the figure, and like the slightest bit of arch back. So yeah, just a little too tight on the sculpt here. We get rotation there. We don't get rotation from the waist, even though, again, I think that's a swivel. Again, that is, I don't know how well that's gonna come across, but the abs are kind of sculpted right to the belt, so there's no movement there. So the torso is a little, unfortunately, limited, more than I certainly was hoping. So there is that. The hips can come out, not full splits, but definitely enough. Front kick comes to just about 90, so really nice range there. Because those are ball joints, we do have that assembly that we see on a lot of NECA stuff. So we get some thigh rotation. We get single jointed knees, which are gonna bring us to just about there, not quite 90, but we get some rotation. Then for the feet, we get about that much point. Some really nice forward, some really nice pivot as well. Then we come to the tail, and we do have a barbell joint from the body into the tail itself, so we can come down that far, over that far, we can come side to side, so some really nice range there. And then another ball joint here about midway through. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here they are with some other anthropomorphic dinosaurs. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, if there is truly in human form in both 1/18 and 1/12 scale. So my final thoughts on the Defenders of Eden Armies of Ashmore Vasapo figure from Ideas from Mars figure is that this is really solid overall. Some really nice smooth articulation. The aesthetics look absolutely beautiful, especially because everything has that wash. There's paint everywhere. Nothing seems to have been like looked over or anything like that. Just beautiful, beautiful figure. Accessories are definitely solid. The one thing I forgot to mention earlier was that the plates are separate in the package, so you do have to put these into the armor, and they fall out pretty not easily, but they do kind of slot in, but you know, you're posing the figure around, they're gonna fall out. You can see I didn't leave the bottom two here, but overall still really good. I might end up just gluing them at some point. I can see why they wouldn't do that in the package. It'd just be impossible to package en masse. So yeah, fully understandable. Overall though, very, very solid. I just wish, pardon me, that there was some more articulation in the torso. Again, just not having any crunch whatsoever is sad, but it's a minor gripe, honestly. Just overall, really, really fun to pose around and have fun with. It looks amazing on the shelf, and I'm really excited to add this to my anthropomorphic dinosaurs shelf and just kind of have that sit there, because I don't have a Stegosaurus. I don't think many lines have given us one, so that's really, really cool. Highly recommend it. However, I think it's sold out in a lot of places, so I wish you the best of luck on the secondary market. That kind of shows that did well, so hopefully we'll see a second wave and kind of see this line continue. So yeah, just really good stuff. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if that's the case, I hope to see you back here, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's talk about some nice plastic, just escape the world for a while, but really at the end of the day, I hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.